What's up, everybody? Another Wednesday night this time into the Void Podcast, episode 22. We're hitting a Silver and Bronze Age Strange collection. We're going to go through it together. We're going to talk some horror comic books, a little bit of news, and if we can find the the templates, we'll play Cover Lover. But until then, stick around. It's going to be a great show. Yo, what is up, everybody?
Tell them how you messed up, Johnny. Just tell them. Just get it out in the clear. Get it out in the open. Let everybody know. Air it out.
I created the Cover Lover templates on a backer board, a comic backer board. And so I've completely just started rearranging my room and doing things to keep it tidy. And I definitely stashed them someplace where they're blending in pretty good, especially since I'm also pressing like 20 books right now too. So they're blending right in with everything. At some point, maybe I'll try to find them. If Kev wants to like take the air for 5 or 10 minutes,
15 more minutes.
Yeah. But if not, we have a lot of great things that we're going to cover tonight on the show. We're going to be going through a nice little crate of Silver and Bronze Age comics that I bought today. And there's a couple of nice big books in there. And we're going to talk some horror comic books. Got a bunch of slides arranged for you guys on books to look out for. Great covers, a little bit of market report. And we can talk a little bit of news. What you think, Kevin?
We're going to talk about Transformers, Johnny. I'm just going to do it right now. I'm going to let you know we're going to talk about Transformers. Okay. Transformers came out last week, and my whole week has been inundated. My phone, my computer, all my stuff has now just been like giving me Transformers stuff, and like I feel kind of strongly about it. But we'll get to that in a little bit. But definitely want to talk some Transformers.
Cool. Sounds good. And as always, if you could hit that like button, let everybody know we are out here doing the thing. We appreciate that. And then also today, a new video dropped, and it was doing really well. It was having great engagement, and then all of a sudden just hit a wall there. But if you guys could go check it out, if you haven't yet, hit the like button on it, comment on it. And I'd appreciate that. This was a great trip here. Looking at this great comic shop. I mean, it literally is the best comic shop I've ever been to, and they got some good footage in there.
See, that's so typical you, brother. Because like I went to Austin 2 years ago during Hurricane Ida, and I went to I wanted to do the thing where I'm like, oh, I'm going to go to another city's comic book shop, and it was terrible. I don't remember what it was called. It was just terrible. It was like it looked like an empty bingo hall that had like a few comic books hanging on the wall somewhere. I bought a book just because I felt like it was like a mercy kill kind of thing, you know?
Yeah, I actually did that today.
Yeah. Oh, yikes. You've been home, so I don't want to hear where you went.
Yeah, I went to Showcase Comics today. Showcase Comics in Slidell. Instant Slidell.
Okay. All right.
I went there, and man, they hooked me up with so all the people that haven't been picking up their back issues, she did like a deal. She's like, these people haven't shown up in weeks or months, some of them. So you can look through their back issues, and whatever issue you see, you can get for $2. So I picked up a few issues there.
Do you think they get... See, I'm the bad guy because there's a local comic book shop that I was collecting from, and then they're closed on Mondays. And Mondays was like the only day that I was kind of around that area. So I couldn't make it. And then, they had called me a while ago. It's a great shop, and I feel bad if I've been a dick to them. But I pressed a Secret Wars 8 for him, just being nice. And then the guy asked me if I wanted to buy the books, and I was like, no, because I've already kind of bought them from someplace else. But I didn't say that. I was just like, oh, no, I read them online. And I don't know if that's actually more insulting or not. But
Right.
I gave nobody money. I just read them for free. But they haven't called me for anything after that. So,
Yeah. Well, I mean, according to her, she was explaining to me, and I've heard this before, comic shops don't make their bread and butter off of new comics. They just don't. They barely break even from the people I've talked to. It's more about breaking even when it comes to brand new comics. Please correct me I'm sure you will in the chat if I'm wrong in the comment section. But really, their back issues and buying collections is where they make probably the most of their money.
You mean stuff like on the walls, like just
yeah,
stuff
on the walls, back issue stuff. Buying a collection, that stuff. Yep.
So I would have thought differently. I would have thought that like if you had the reason I felt like I was the bad guy is because like if there was like a constant revenue stream of somebody buying like new comic books, you know what I'm saying? Like if I go every week to the one that I go to the most, local New Orleans, Crescent City Comics, then they probably get 8 or 9 books of mine a week or every other week, whatever, depending. And that's constant revenue. That's kind of like having a customer you can depend on to give you a constant stream of money. I would have thought, but you're saying that they concentrate on like the big hitters.
They're making most of their money off of stuff that is not considered New Comic Book Day, is what this owner told me, and it's what I've heard from 1 or 2 people before in the past too. But that's, if you look at it, right? Look how much shit is just left on the shelves, especially at some of these comic shops. Back issues, like 10, 12 issues deep, just sitting there. So I don't think a lot of, and I know shops are starting to kind of die off, but I think it would be even worse if they were really that dependent on brand new comic books.
I really want to know what they do with that stuff. I know we've talked about it every now and then, but I really just want to know what landfill is filling up with old books. How does this go back? Like we joked around about the ET landfill of the 80s. But really, like I'm imagining there's a landfill somewhere with like Captain Marvel #1, the one that just came out last year that no one cared about, or probably Miracle Man as well, because I really don't care about him either. But there's got to be big piles of Miracle Man and Captain Marvel or Genghis Vale hanging out in a landfill someplace, So,
I don't know. Let's check the chat real quick. All right, who is in the house? We got Dark Plagueis. The Wise. Always good to see you, brother. Always good to see you. Zim Man's in the house. What's going on? Leaps. Good old Leaps. If you haven't checked out his stream on Whatnot and you like variant comic books, you are missing the best opportunity to get some variant comic books. He has got the greatest inventory I've seen on Whatnot.
If you like curvy women covers, he's got them all. Every single one of them, multiple. And there's no need to bid each other up. He's got more than enough. That's almost a quotable line.
Yep. Plagueis is bagging, boarding some horror while talking some horror. Ooh, buddy, you're gonna like tonight's show for sure. Claw's in the house. Is Claw hopping on with us for?
He said he cannot, but he said he's in the chat. Okay. Hey, look, it's important to notice that this weekend, Darth Claw, can you please pimp what you're doing? It's important. I think that Johnny and I are heading out there. Is it the same place we went last time in Mandeville? Did that where we went? Where did we go?
No, we went to Pontchartrain Center in Kenner.
Where did we start Darth Claw last time? Wasn't that far away?
Slidell.
Okay. So this is some place we've never been before.
Yeah.
Is Sergeant Slaughter going to be there again, or what?
I don't know. Claw asked me what I thought of Showcase. Same thing that I thought of that place whenever last time I went there. It's still a shamble. That can be a good thing, but when the books that you take up, they just price them off of eBay. So, for instance, you want to go buy X-Men 130, first appearance of Dazzler? No, I just saw one today. I asked him about it. What's the price on it? $100 for a mid-grade copy. Come on. Like, not the biggest fan of that type of setup.
Well, are they being advantageous if they're doing that? Are they you don't like it because you're not getting the deal, but is it bad for them business-wise? You know what I mean? Like, kind of looking at it from both sides. Is it bad for them because you can't get the deal, or is it bad for them because somebody's going to walk in, look at Mrs. Kelsey and want to go ahead and buy that book,
If anybody does any research at all and see that they can take their pick on the condition, they can take their pick off. You could search the same price range from what they're asking and take your pick of like, I like this condition better. I like these colors are more vibrant on this, And it's just like, if you're going to have a brick and mortar, I really think as a comic shop, you just got to incentivize showing up, and walking into your establishment on a day where, on a time where, everything is done online right now. You got to respect those customers.
I give you that. Like I said, I mean, my local LCS that we both go to, like I walk in and they know who I am, and that's fucking that's sweet right there. Because like I mean, it makes you not feel like you're just like us against them.
Sure.
That's important. I just didn't know that side of the business. I mean, I never want to like nose in on somebody's ability to make money by buying comics or selling comics. Excuse me. But I was interested. Darth Claw would actually be somebody to talk to about that because he actually just mentioned he was thinking about buying that shop. So that might be the Claw Cave soon,
For sure. The Claw Cave, that'd be cool. Let's see. Zordon from Power Rangers, he said we'll be there. Yeah, I saw that. And we're talking about St. Tammany Comic Con. This is Comic Con coming up this weekend in the Louisiana area. And then he also said, Claw says, where is that? I was thinking, no, not that one.
Yeah, that's one to look at right there.
There was a the discount one. They discounted the profit margin on new books is around 40% depending on how often you order. I gotcha. Okay. So
wait, what are you saying? What are you saying? Like, so like if they discount it, the profit margin of new books is around 40%. So it's like if we order a bunch of books to get like less.
You're talking about new comics, right, Claw?
Yeah. If they order more, they get less profit, or like I'm wondering how that's incentivized for them. I guess
4% on new books the more often. Yeah, so I guess so. Yeah, so if it's a $3, $2, right? And so if they're selling stuff at $2, they're breaking even on it.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I mean, I never want to stop a comic shop from trying to make their own money, though. So I respect them doing whatever they got to do. And if I buy it, I buy it. If I don't buy it, I don't buy it. I mean, so that's just it. But, speaking of buying, there's something I bought, Johnny, right here. We can talk about it in a little bit, but this is important.
Yeah. What is up with that? Hang tight. I'm at a little audio malfunction. So yeah, let loose on the Transformers.
No. I'm here for the horror, dude. I want to talk horror. I know what you did today. I know where you were today, and I want to talk about that. I'm here because I want to know what's going on. So break bread, brother. Let's go.
So the crate that's in the thumbnail is a stack of, like I said, Silver and Bronze Age horror. This person was heavy on Doctor Strange. Which is perfect because I consider Doctor Strange in that same category as Ghost Rider and all that stuff. They're more of the horror-esque type of characters, which I like. And so there's a good bit of that in here for sure. Half of it's bagged, half of it's not. Condition overall is questionable, but it looks like the more important books are in good enough condition, which is reassuring. And I'm going to show you, I do know the biggest books of this collection. And I'll show you those at the end. We'll get to those at the end. But what I really would like from you guys watching, of course, nobody can know all the key issues. So if you see something that I'm missing or passing up, please stop me. Let me know. Say, hey, go back. Give me the issue number and tell me what the key significance was of it. So, yeah.
It's like Doctor Strange. You said they're mostly Doctor Strange books?
A lot of them are. A lot of them are Doctor Strange. The stuff that's salvageable with the condition, half of that stuff is Doctor Strange, and then the other half is kind of miscellaneous stuff.
Oh, miscellaneous. Okay, I like that. I feel like Doctor Strange kind of like it kind of weaves his way into some pretty good storylines sometimes. God, he's been around forever too.
Yeah. I think I have the first appearance of in here, Clea.
Oh, his wife.
Yeah. So let's see. Let's jump into this then.
Let's dig it. Let's go.
Yeah. Let me pull up the
I'm gonna do terribly at guessing any of this stuff. What do you Oh, you got the gloves on. Oh, the gloves are on.
Gloves are on. Oh yeah. Oh. Test. There we go. I don't know what just happened audio wise. It was doing something fucking nuts. But
that's Miss Cleo. Yes, he's right, Jim. Get your future tour from Miss Cleo.
Miss Cleo. Let me know how that looks if you guys can see that.
I think it's good. Get our good friend Dark Claw 316's text out of there, since I can't operate anything tonight because we're doing some crazy Streamlab garbage.
Yeah, we're gonna be switching platforms because this shit sucks.
Sorry, Streamlab. No more meal ticket here.
We're not sorry.
All right, let's go. Doctor Strange. I'm gonna fail this entire thing.
Let's see how this looks.
Oh, that's not even Doctor Strange. That looks cool.
It's not. No. That stuff's gonna be towards the tail end. That's the best stuff.
All right.
We're gonna get through this other stuff to see if there's any hidden gems in here that I'm not seeing. But this is gonna get progressively better as we flip through.
That looks pretty good right there.
It's beat up.
Oh, so it's your
It's cool. It's a
grail?
cool. It's a non-grail girl. No, not this book.
Okay.
So I got some cool 15-cent Batman stuff. That's cool. This is all Bronze Age baddie stuff. Dude, I love the old Batman logo.
Yeah.
I love that logo.
Yeah, I was saying that the other day. Just that logo is classic for sure. Like the X-Men logo, you know?
Okay.
Oh, God, what's happening here? Gross.
I'm pretty sure this is in bad condition, but I'm pretty sure this is the second appearance of Barbara Gordon Batgirl, which is pretty nice. Leap Slayer says, didn't Clea tell fortunes in the 80s?
Miss Clea.
So we're going to put this to the side. If anybody wants to go do a little quick look up, I think that's the second appearance of Barbara Gordon Batgirl.
You know what's messed up is I look at that book and I'm like, oh, that's okay. But what's the next one? The guy's tearing the skin off his face. That's where I was at, you know?
Yeah.
I'll never know covers. These are all pretty cool.
Yeah, these are cool. All right. Flash 15, Rabid Dog, spine's completely split. Like, yeah, this is the worst of the condition wise as well. Well, actually, there's a bit more that's not even worth going through condition because of the condition.
Well,
Bronze Age Flash. Yeah.
Superman. Who nobody likes unless he's getting the shit kicked out of him. There's like some new Superman books have just kind of come out too. I kind of eyeballed it because the cover looked cool, but then I was like, nah, it's Superman.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's not anybody I've ever connected with either.
I can't identify. I mean, other than the physique.
Something. This right here is a key. Can't think of exactly what it is, but this is a little bit of a Green Lantern key. First team up Batgirl and Robin. That is the first team up of Batgirl and Robin, Plagueis says. Okay. Cool. Thank you.
All right. Why you tell me that, Dark Claw? Dark Claw, why did you do this? Why did you say Superman is good right now? How dare you? Because I value your opinion.
Second one was a few issues before. Hold on. So
efforting.
It's got to be a Silver Age book. The only other Silver Age book was this one right here. You talking about this one?
Huh? I don't know. That's
no, not in your stack. Oh, gotcha. You're just saying. I gotcha. Okay.
All right, back to the books that I would all be like, oh, okay, these are good, just because they're old. All right. Is this like when DC was like good though? Like all the writing right here, like the Green Lantern, were people like really digging this stuff at the time? I wonder.
Hang tight 1 sec. Get pissed. I keep having a fucking mic malfunction, a headphone malfunction. It just switches on me for no reason, out of my headphones and coming out my computer. So sorry if I ever have to stop and it doesn't seem like I'm listening. Okay. Love the Sinestro Green Lantern cover. Yeah, that is cool. It's in rough shape. The cover's barely on. Let's see. Cool.
There goes again, y'all. I'll just speak
cool.
for him. Keep losing your mic too.
Really?
Yeah. I want to see something here. You might lose me for a second. Let me see if I can jump over here and do this. for a second.
Oh, because of this. I wonder if it's because my keyboard was resting on top of the thing.
There we go.
Do I sound fine?
You sound fine. All right.
So this is cool. This is pretty neat. Look, cover. This is what I'm saying with the condition on this. But it's weird. It's like, watch. Once we get into the good stuff, the condition just, it's not like great, but it's definitely way better.
And see, there's like all like different books, man. It's like one straight series right there. Those are all like different series. I mean, like DC was crazy. Like a million different titles going on at once.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Are the Wonder Twins kind of a thing still? Like, do people still want the first appearance of the Wonder Twins? Were those actually in books?
Are those actually
Wonder Twins?
Are those actually what books?
Wonder Twins. I remember when I was a kid, I'd watch cartoons and it'd be the Wonder Twins, and I thought they were cool as a kid, but now I kind of have like questions.
Yeah, they're a little. Yeah, I've got their first appearance around here somewhere. It's
Oh, you have it. Okay.
Yeah, it's. I have the entire Super. They showed up in Super Friends issue 7. I got the entire run in that big old DC collection I got a couple years back. These are kind of cool. So Bronze Age stuff here. Sergeant Fury. Don't know anything about this shit.
It's a Berlin breakout.
So if you see anything, let me know.
And it's Howling Commandos.
Yes.
That's like that's early. It's still pretty early Marvel right there too. What's the price tag? 30 cents, 20 cents?
30, 20 on this one.
Mm-hmm. So that puts it like in the 60s?
70s.
70s? Okay.
Yeah. War as Hell. Nick Fury. It's a cool Nick Fury cover. Condition is terrible, but it's pretty cool. This would be cool if cover was attached. Adam Strange. Look at that. It's neat. Look at the colors.
That's like the one thing you taught me is like it's just like looking at these old books with these like single colors that are super vibrant and bright, you know?
Super bright.
That X-Men 117 coming back. I'm really excited about that one, you know. Look at this. Howard the Duck.
This is?
There's a bunch of
what it is.
It looks like blood, man.
No,
what's going on there?
Oh, the title?
Yeah, there's like blood everywhere, isn't there?
No, it's hands.
Okay.
Hands. Yep.
Okay.
This is the first appearance of Kiss in comic books.
Nice.
Cameo. First cameo appearance of Kiss.
Patriot Comics knew it immediately. Boom. Oh, and Dark Claw too. Sorry, man. What's the condition
cool
though?
Cover here, man. Poor.
Yeah.
Poor. Great cover. Like if this stuff was in both of those, if these were in like 9/8 or not 9/8, but like 9/4, all day long, I would keep that stuff. Ghost Rider, early first solo series.
FNT in the building.
Evil. There we go. FNT, what up, buddy? It's cool. Vault of Evils, these are cool. Put this aside.
So are these any books you would read, or if you like? I know you like the horror books. Would you be like, let me go ahead and while I'm sitting on the can, read one of these books? Would you do that?
I would. One single issue. I don't know if I would just read one single issue. I've been wanting to get the Tomb of Dracula omnibus for a long time now, and it's very, very.
I like that cover.
Yeah, it's really. It's like, yeah, it's like 3. Somebody whoever cut that shit out might like that character, maybe. But it's very expensive for the omnibus for Tomb of Dracula. I see they have Marvel Monsters omnibus and all that stuff. Every time I see it, I want to buy them. They're just a lot of money. So just got to bite the bullet on it one day.
You got to bite the bullet, buddy.
Doctor Strange 76. So getting into a little bit of Strange now.
Ha! Yikes. Giggity.
Look at this. Somebody colored the shit out of that.
Oh, no. I really wanted that to be real.
I
have terrible
Fantastic Four stuff. Nothing
is that
crazy.
what's his name? The guy with the purple right there. Oh, he's that.
Where? Him?
Yeah, what's his name? Oh God, I used to
The
love him as a
Impossible Man?
kid. Yes. Yeah, he was such a little dick.
He had
God,
such a little what?
Yeah, no. But he could turn into anything as long as he was just green and purple. And he was like
Yeah.
for a couple of years there, he was just a dick around the Marvel universe. Like he existed in the X-Men a lot and the New Mutants, and God, I loved him. He was so great, you know.
Yeah. I tell you what, we're gonna do this. I'm gonna tell y'all what I paid right now for this
Let's hear it.
collection here, right? And then I want y'all to see by the end of it, like if you think if I overpaid or underpaid. Now, keep in mind, I was completely transparent with the guy that was selling this collection to me. I sat on eBay with him, and actually, he's a friend of mine. He's an acquaintance who's now kind of a friend. We actually hung out last night at a horror trivia, and he's like, "Yeah, I got these books." So I went and picked them up. I think his uncle gave them to him, if I remember correctly. And so I saw, right off the bat, I saw the biggest books in the thing, and I was just like, "Oh yeah." I was like, "Look, this is a big book here." I said, "This is this." I said, "In this grade, it could be this. If not, and he collects himself. He had the entire full run of Preacher. He had like he had Frank Frazetta artwork all over his living room. It was really, really cool. So the guy knows.
Last night?
No, I have actually met this guy about 4 or 5 years ago through Chris. But last night he showed up at a horror trivia, and I was like, "Oh yeah, I remember you." And then he was like, "Yeah, I got these comics." So that's when I went and checked him out. But yeah, so the guy, we both know the deal. He's like, "Man," he's like, "I hope you can make a little something off of this. I think I'm gonna be all right." But so what? Did it go out?
Yeah. But I wonder when it goes out, they can still hear me. I'll just fill in. We'll do the old subtitles thing. I'll just pretend like I know what you're saying. Like right now, he's like, "Fuck this microphone. I'm getting angry. I'm taking this thing apart right now. I'm going to put this wire right back where it went. Here it goes." That's what he's thinking. Not what he's saying now at this point. Okay, microphone goes here. I'm going to turn this thing right there. It doesn't work. If I know Johnny is slowly getting angry, he's going to do something. He's going to grab his phone. He's going to punch something.
Getting there.
There we go.
So here it is. So I think I figured out what's wrong, and this is not good. This mic, which is very expensive, the port in it is not. So the connection for the wire going into my computer, if I touch it, it's getting messed up.
Don't do that.
So that's not good.
Get one of these guys.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. So I paid $275 for everything you're going to see here.
Okay, it's a night in Vegas. Let's go. For night in Vegas. Sorry, yeah. Don't go to Vegas with me.
Yeah. Fantastic Four.
John Byrne, Fantastic Four. This is why I used to fuck around with some Fantastic Four. I used to read it thinking it was good.
Well, now I was wrong. Okay.
Get that pile out of here. You're in the John Byrne area. Now, you promised me good stuff, Johnny. Let's get to the good stuff, or I'll show you the good stuff. We all know the good stuff. Come on.
So is that like a good read?
Yeah. But we're not talking about that right now. We're gonna get to the end, and then we'll talk about that.
Okay. Don't yell at me.
It's a little more than meets the eye action. Well, look, check us out. Before you go any further, I'm gonna show you something else. You ready? Check out this cover. Check out this different cover right here.
That's cool. I like that.
Yeah, that's a good cover by Ryan Otley.
Cool.
Nice.
Patriot Comics X, how many books were in the collection?
It's a valid question.
I'd say probably, if I broke this down, it's probably like 1.5 short boxes, maybe 2 short boxes. So say 300 books. And as you can see, majority of them are not even salvageable so far. So right now it's not looking good, but I'm telling you, it's going to get real serious.
You said 1.5 short boxes. A short box that holds 150, so 1.5 would be 225. So here's what we're doing with you. Paid $275,
but they're unbagged and unboarded. I think a short box holds 150 bagged and boarded. So if most of these are not bagged and boarded, it's probably
300.
Right
300. So it's still less than $1 an issue. Ha.
Yes, that is correct. That is a great way to look at it.
Math and me.
Yeah. Cool little metamorpho. The colors in this are amazing. Beat up looking spine though.
God damn it. But I guess that's an okay thing. Good thing you read.
Yeah.
I like how
Reverend
Patriot Comics is now doing the math in his head. He's like, okay, now
275, not 225. You're right, 225.
I read it before.
Oh,
I read
okay.
it before. Okay.
Oh, that's like that was your guess on how much I paid?
Yeah, yeah. No.
Oh,
Nice.
nice.
Guess how many books.
Oh,
I knew how much
gotcha.
you paid.
Oh yeah, that's right. I called you right after. Called him right before. Called him right after. This I would love if it was in decent condition, man. This is my shit right here. Got a lot of high grade stuff going to CGC soon. This is cool. I wish this was in higher grade. Sword of Sorcery.
Would that be considered a bondage cover?
Oh, a plop number 1 in terrible condition. It's the going rate for that.
Man. I don't know. What's going on in the next cover?
So check it out. So this right here, I actually have. This came in a sealed bag with a couple of other weird war comics, and I actually have this in a sealed, unopened bag from the 70s. Or is that when this is the 70s? Pretty sure. Yeah, 75. Plop.
Like what is the premise of that magazine though? What's going on? Is it like a Mad magazine of some sort?
Ish, yeah.
Okay. Plop.
Blackhawk. Yeah, this looks cool.
And those are all still 70s books right there?
Yeah.
Okay. Blackhawk. And that's
this might be late 60s. This might be 69. That checkered top trade dress. Because that's when like a lot of the big Batman villains started showing up in the
Look
Silver
at
Age.
that cover.
Big old Nazi symbol.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Swastika.
Interesting. Put that one to the side.
Okay. So you must not have any keys here because no one's saying anything. So we're going to keep moving on. Sergeant Rock. Okay. And these war books are all reticent of the fact it was like wartime, I'm imagining. Those are all in like the early 70s.
Yeah.
What is it good for? All right.
Yeah. Okay. We're going to go through some Drek. And then it's going to start getting pretty.
Quickly through the Drek, friend. Quickly through the Drek. No cover. Drek.
Yeah. Captain America Falcon. Cool Jack Kirby book.
Yeah. Oh, Colossus was asking about Kirby today, actually. Colossus Collects was asking about the winner of last week's competition, Cover Lover. He was asking about favorite Kirby covers today, and I had to think about it. I was kind of like, I know Jack Kirby, I know his art, but I couldn't think of like just being me. I wanted to find like just some random cover. I was like, like some random like X-Men 215, just whatever, But look, that's something right there, isn't it?
Eternals number 1.
Yeah, that was pretty popular a couple years ago before that movie came out. Rex.
Yeah. In decent shape too. So that's good. I think there's quite a few of these in here. Well, not a few of the number 1.
Just wait for Eternals number 2 to come out. The price will go back up, I'm sure.
Yeah. This is shit. Now I can't even remember all the fucking characters now in Eternals, but these are all the first issues. I mean, not the first appearance of all of them from the movie. Issues 1, 2, 3, 4. Jack Kirby cover here. Always check on the inner cover.
Yeah, what's going on there?
Here, Jack Kirby's. Well, no, but if he signs, Jack Kirby didn't believe on signing.
Ooh la la.
Yeah, he didn't believe on signing on the cover. So if you might have a Jack Kirby signature, but it's on the inside of the book. Eternals King Size Annual, in decent condition as well. If anybody, Thor 160 is mine. Plagueis says
Jack Kirby cover that he likes. In fact, let me effort that. I kind of want to know what that is. Look at that, 2001 Space Odyssey.
Yeah, number 2. Too bad it's not number 1.
Who knew that 2001 would be such futuristic? Look at that right there. I don't remember that in 2001.
No. I did see this green lady with the horns. I think she was my geometry teacher.
In the year 2000. All right, Thor 160. Oh, yeah, it's a great looking cover. A little Galactus on the cover with Thor. All right.
Now, hold on. Is 2001, which one's the first appearance of Machine Man? Is that this one here? I'd be lucky.
Wrong guy.
It's the only decent shape one.
Look, cover should be like that. Hold that one up a little bit to the camera. I kind of get. Look at what's going on. Like so much is going on. I want this.
Yeah, it's
you
cool.
know?
Yeah.
They need to put word bubbles back on covers again. I think that it's stupid. It doesn't need to be. It doesn't need to be such like a gigantic piece of artwork all the time. Put some damn covers with some bubbles in there, like that. What's going on? It's a 2-for-1 square right there.
Hey, Dum Dum. While we're getting our tail shot off, what do y'all reckon Sarge is doing? If I know Furry, Reb, then he gets cut off, and then
Furry.
I guess got to find out from the inside.
Now I want to buy the book.
There you go. Look at this.
Look at that.
Good stuff there. Yeah, it's cool. Yeah, these are cool. These are definitely cool. All right.
All right, so now we're getting was that what you would consider the Drek? Are we now past the Drek?
Now we're past the Drek. Now we're getting into the good stuff.
Okay, and while he bends over yet again, cover 3.
All right. So what do y'all think? I spent $275. Did I overpay?
You're still at under $1 a book. No, if you got great reading material for the next earthquake or whatever happens,
but some of these aren't even going to sell for $1. So Patriots Comics said, "Oh yeah, it's number 8." Oh, first Machine. So the second appearance of Machine Man is what you're saying. That's cool. Look at this.
All right.
Bags, baby. Yeah.
Yeah. Package them, say sell 2 for $2. Get them a deal.
Doctor Strange. This is a great Dracula cover. Look at this.
So Doctor Strange, give me the backstory here. He first appeared in Strange Tales, correct?
Yes.
And I'm assuming that he was such a beloved character that he eventually Doctor Strange just became out of Strange Tales, correct? It was Strange Tales and it just became Doctor Strange, right?
Correct.
So do they have like a legacy number on this? Is that like a long running thing, or is it Doctor Strange? What number is that right there? Number 8 or something like that?
So this is 14 I just saw, and this is 15. This one was 15. This is from his first, I believe this is his first ongoing series. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. So he was running maybe 2 series at the same time kind of thing?
No, like, okay, so like a lot of people, like when you're looking at key issues, you have your first solo story, and then you have first ongoing series. Sometimes a solo story can appear within the run. So if, for instance, X-Men 133 is Wolverine's first solo story, just him in that issue.
Whoa.
His first limited series was the Frank Miller.
Yeah.
And then his first ongoing series was the first Patch in the 80s.
Where his eyes were always covered in dark for a while there. Yeah.
So I believe this right here is Strange's first ongoing series.
Well, it makes me wonder then. Okay, so let's say that DC has Action Comics. I wonder what
variant.
I wonder what's like DC's longest running and Marvel's longest running, book like in continuity, because they still have Action Comics like over 1,000. I mean, I know that Spider-Man's up to 900. Amazing Spider-Man's, so he'll get to 1,000. But I mean, what about the Fantastic Four? I mean, like, what is Marvel's version?
It might be Thor.
Thing?
Thor. Journey into Mystery became Thor. So technically, if you're going with legacy number, if you want to start at that, it could be Thor. Maybe
that'd be cool. That'd be cool to know.
Yeah. Doctor Strange. Yeah, if anybody wants to look up if the 30 price and variant really makes a big difference on those there, could. So love these covers here. These are great. Issue 16. This is a good one here. So all of these condition wise, they're at least in the mid grade, at least like a 8.0s or higher for sure, from what I can see.
So cool. Was he like a womanizer back then in these books? Anything about him back then? I wish Jono were in here so he could tell us about him, because he's a big Doctor Strange fan. Let's see if I can.
Was he a womanizer back then?
Yeah, I remember like Doctor Strange always kind of like the Tony Stark of like the cosmic mystic arts, like. So,
I know that he was too powerful, so they made him lose all his powers. Just as a plot device. This is great. Look at this.
Yeah, skeletons.
That's cool. That's in decent shape too. Okay, Doctor Strange annual. What condition is this in? Not the best condition, but Doctor Strange annual number 1. Oh, it's got some stains on it in the bottom.
Why does that catch your attention? Why do you care about the annuals? I always thought of annuals was like not worth anything.
No,
I could be
Bronze
wrong, I'm
Age
saying.
annuals, giant size X-Men annual.
Well, that's a different story, I think. But
But
the annuals are always like
First Annihilus is in an annual. Fantastic Four annual 6. First Annihilus. First what is it? There's a big Submariner key that's annuals can have some big stuff. First Psylocke. First Rogue.
First Gambit.
Yeah, first Gambit.
No. Yeah, it was actually.
You're correct.
They're always like ancillary stories. Like I just remember getting the Angels. I'm like, oh, they're always bigger because they're square bound, but they were always like just weirdo stories and weird art. And most of the time it was just bad. You know, I remember thinking like, but
I think annuals often have first appearances because they're typically like a big, here's a one major story for the year. So that typically somebody new shows up, As
long as Jubilee wasn't a fucking annual. I hate Jubilee.
Oh yeah, here we go. All right. Getting into some good stuff here. So this is Marvel Premiere. So this would be Doctor Strange's first. Would it be his first solo? No. Maybe limited series in Marvel Premiere. He showed up in Watch. You're going to see he showed up in a few of these. So Marvel Premiere number 3. Great cover here. And these stickers are not on the books. They're on the bags. These things are in decent shape here. Love this with the vampires. And
what's it say at the bottom? What's the title at the bottom? Raise it up. The spawn of Sluggeth.
Sliggeth,
the spawn of Sliggeth.
Yeah, these right here, and I think the next one coming up is going to be key collector list that Doctor Strange 14 at $30 high, 30 high and 80 high for the 30-cent variant. Okay, nice, cool. So that's a nice book. Yeah, this book right here is nice in this grade, and this one right here is really nice in this grade. So this is Doctor Strange issue
look at that hand.
number 5. Yeah, it's cool. And this thing is probably like an 8.0.
So he kind of like dealt with a lot of just like dead stuff and like really like I guess horror. I mean, is he? I know it's kind of a thin line, but is he cosmic or mystic or like is
mystic?
Okay, so not cosmic.
Yeah.
Silver Surfer would be more cosmic, correct? And okay,
yeah, for sure.
But look at these people he's dealing with. They just look like people crawling out of graves.
Oh yeah, dude. It's a lot of it has to do with with like necromancy and all that stuff. Eat the dead, the vampires. It's definitely horror-esque for sure. Marvel's quote unquote first horror movie was Multiverse of Madness. That's how they marketed it as.
Marvel, yeah. I was going to say the New Mutants, but it wasn't theirs. I think New Mutants was Fox still. How awesome to be a writer back then, Johnny.
Dude,
what do you want Doctor Strange to do this week? Oh, well, actually, it's funny. It's not a hand coming out of the ground in that last cover. It's actually the main character is just a big, gigantic hand that crawls around, and he's impervious to magical fire attacks, no pew, pew, pew.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, it's so much probably more liberty back then.
Oh, absolutely.
To write whatever the hell you wanted.
Absolutely.
So number 6. So far we've got his entire Marvel premiere. Almost his entire Marvel premiere.
There's that hand again, except for it's oozing.
It's saying, come here.
It's oozing. Speaking of come here, yes. Yeah. Hey, what's up?
This is a little bit rougher shape. First team up of the Vishanti. That's right. Okay. That's what that number 5 is.
Love you.
Yeah. Shuma Gorath is actually, I think, coming up. But this is the first appearance of the team of the Vishanti.
I love the fact that you guys know all these names. I'm so thoroughly impressed by this.
Issue number 8. Look at his cover. I mean, look at that demon thing. I mean, like, dude, I love this shit.
But go back real quick. There's like they just even filled the dead space with a neutron in the left there. Like boom, he's gonna draw a neutron right there. Look at that.
Well, that's his that's his powers.
That's awesome.
It's a spell. Look at this.
Is that Wong?
Number 9. No, but there is a little bit of a wrong key in here. Creature from the Crypt. Cool. This is so great. Yeah. Look at all the monsters coming out in the back. There you go.
There
this is for Shumagorath. Unfortunately, it's in the worst condition, of course.
Must be a cool book. I read it a lot.
Yeah. 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 I would love, this is an omnibus I would love to get. For sure.
It's out there, I'm sure.
Oh, it is. Absolutely. All right. This one looks great. Cool cover. This one's a bit thicker. This is number 11. Number 12.
See, the strange thing is like, well, no pun intended. Right nowadays, if you're doing these covers, it'd be like Art Sherman's version of like some sexy lady on the cover. Yeah. It would just be Clea like half naked over and over again.
Mm-hmm.
You have no idea what's going on in the story because Rogue would be busting out somewhere in the jungles, you know?
Yep. 14. And then, unfortunately, it stops there because the next issue is First Iron Fist.
Oh, well, at least they did a little bit there.
ASM 116, Bronze Age ASM stuff. This is in pretty bad shape.
Hey, you know what? He's right. I'm not sure if I'm butchering it, but Brickology, I hope I'm saying that right. Check remark jeweler inserts. Have you done the eye test at all or what?
Not to all of them, but I haven't seen any yet. And typically, if there's one, there's many.
Right. Because you're buying them all in the same place.
Yeah. Yeah, I haven't seen any yet. Oh, I'm gonna double check, but I don't feel like we're gonna see many. All right, here we go. Getting in the Silver Age Doctor Strange here, and these are in decent shape.
By decent, you would say. I know you don't like to play the guessing game.
Yeah,
but what would you say? What would you say as far as a grade?
I would say
minimum.
This book right here with a clean and a press, minimum. A minimum 5.5.
Okay, minimum. So that's what we're baselining at.
Minimum,
Silver Strange. I'll never grow up, y'all. Whenever I hear the word strange, it just doesn't work.
Cool Dormammu cover. Now this next one is really cool. This is not first Dormammu. I thought it was, but it's not. But this fucking cover's badass. Look at that.
Look at that.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, love that cover. That's great. And this here is probably do the cleaning thing. This is probably a 6.065, I would say. Which is Silver Age. That's your.
You're doing okay.
Spot.
Yeah, you're doing okay. You're doing okay. If you get 7, 8, then like it's a different story. It's a lot better. That's where you expect these to be right around normally, because they're sitting in closets, they're sitting in attics, they're sitting, under somebody's bed for a while or whatever like that. So this is, they're aired, they got air and everything like that. So
174, 175. This might be first Clea. 175. Correct me if I'm wrong. 176. 177. First Satanish. First Clear's in one of these things. Maybe it's this one. 177. This thing's in good shape. This thing here is probably. Whoa. Let's see. Is this on the back? Damn it, that's on the book. Some scuffing. This thing here, probably with like the proper cleaning and pressing, could maybe hit like a 8.0. So that's cool. 178. Plagueis says he has this complete run. Very nice, sir. That is good shit.
That's a collection, man. That's a collection. Like, what does it run up to? Plagueis, what does it run up to? What's the end number on it? Because I tried to collect. I was a big New Mutants fan, and I tried to collect them all. But there's a few I haven't gotten a hold of yet. Mostly out of spite.
What?
It's a fucking Rob Liefeld.
Oh, yeah.
I can't get them. Oh, wow.
So you start at the third self-titled. 169 is the first self-titled, so you start at the third self-titled. Yeah. Correct.
Oh, okay. 16 issues isn't bad. Master
All
of the
right.
Black Magic.
This is cool. Cool Juggernaut cover. Nice. This is cool here.
The Stone of
183.
Satoric. Yeah, look at that. There we go again. Who's that artist right there on that cover? Do you know?
I don't know. Let me see.
What's the guy?
It's hard to tell without human faces, honestly. That's how you
No, the one you're showing right there. The one right there.
This one?
No, next one.
Oh,
Next one. For some reason, I thought it was like that Mike Heck, the guy who did the Spider-Man Craven. It's not him though, is it?
Mike Zeck?
No,
Wait,
Zeck,
Mike Zeck?
Yeah.
It does.
It's not him, is it?
I doubt it.
Okay, I don't know. Juggernaut. Speaking of which, if you guys are reading X-Men right now, I'm loving Juggernaut and X-Men right now. It's really good. He's a good guy.
Great cover.
Look
here.
at that.
Yep, that is a great cover, and this is in decent shape. This is probably like a 7.5. 5. Look at this, all the skulls and stuff. Look at this.
Is that what's his face? Morgan Le Fay? Who's that?
Is that Lilith?
Or yeah, maybe Lilith. Yeah,
maybe Lilith. Might be Morgan Le Fay. Demon Fever. She's in hell.
I'm just trying to impress you with my knowledge.
7.
Hey, look at that. That's a really cool cover. Yeah.
Yeah. We're quite a few of these are keys in some sort of way or another. Cool Dormammu cover here. Look at that. That's cool.
The answer is Gaia. The Gaia was the lady on the cover.
Gaia. Nice. Okay.
Yeah. Thank you, Big B. All right.
Yes, sir. Cool stuff. There you go.
Yeah, they really are underrated. Plagueis is saying, man, these strange covers are underrated. They really are. They're really cool.
Yeah.
Look at that. He's like dead on that cover right there.
Yeah.
Rat's got to his face.
Dude, isn't this great? Love these. And these, like I said, these are all in decent condition. This is the first mention of Marvel's most powerful entity.
Gaia.
The one above all. Yeah. No, the one above all is the first. This is the first mention of that in here.
That's the name. One above all.
The key. Yeah.
Okay.
So it's just like I have this theory that the one above all is Stan Lee. It's like it's like his kind of like his own little Easter egg of like this character is really just me, the overseer of everything. It's kind of true. Okay, three biggest books coming up. So this one here, Fantastic Four King Size Annual 5. This is the first Silver Surfer solo story, not his ongoing series, not the famous Jack Kirby cover, but this is his first solo story. And this thing is probably, if I can clean the shit out of it, 7.580. That's pretty big.
I'm already assuming you're gonna get that thing slabbed. You are. I can see it in your face. Yeah, I can see it in your face. I know you well enough to know that's already gonna hit the lights. It's gonna hit the cleaning, and you're gonna do your little humidifier action and get that bad boy sent off.
Yep, you got it. If anybody wants to look and see what those go for, I think they're in good condition. I think it's a pretty good book. But this right here is something that will pay for, all the stuff that I'm going to keep out of here, like this book here. There it is. It's a big book. I don't know what
I'm looking at, but it looks cool.
That is the very first Doctor Strange. This is when it switched over to Doctor Strange. First Doctor Strange story.
Okay.
Yeah, this is next to his first appearance. This is probably his biggest key issue. Yeah.
Very cool. Wild. Congratulations.
There you go.
Did you know it immediately or what?
Double key. Yeah. Huh? Oh, yeah.
You knew it immediately? Okay.
That's the second book I looked at and I saw, and I was like, okay. You had my as Leo said in Django Unchained, you had my curiosity, but now you have my attention. That's exactly what I thought whenever I saw this book. I was like, whoa, bro, what you got in this crate here? And then we got one more good one. Actually, I was hoping to get to this one last.
What's that condition though? What was that condition in that book?
This right here, this is probably a 4.0, which I'll take it all day long. And then this right here is his first solo story, his first ongoing story here. So this is basically Doctor Strange #1, and this thing's in pretty good shape. This is probably at least, I would say, an 8.0, 8.5. It's a great cover. That's as cool. Well. So that's the lot, $275. Again, like I said, most of that stuff was not the greatest, but then it picked up speed at the end there.
Well, it didn't have rat stuff all over it, and you didn't have to wear a hazmat suit to clean your room. So I'm assuming you're doing okay. It's a win, you know.
Yes. Like, it's definitely a win.
Hey, very good. Sure. Congratulations. That's awesome, you know?
Yeah, man. Thanks. Can't wait to I can't wait to clean and press these. I'm really enjoying books like this, like the horror stuff that I'm doing now, the Bronze Age stuff, especially the stuff that is in 9.4 higher candidates. Cleaning and pressing those is a pleasure. It really, really is. And to bring it to maybe like revive it to a possible grade that I would just love, a lot of enjoyment there.
No, it really is. It really is, because it's not, okay. So like when you're doing a modern book, it's because you're being anal about it. You're trying to get the little tiny like crease out of here or spine something here. These old books, it's like finding a Corvette in a garage in Idaho that's been there for 30 years. You know, you pull it out and it still has 70,000 miles on it, so you know it was driven. Right. But you could just clean it off and see what it really looks like underneath there. Yeah, you know, man. So you put it in the press, and it's one of those things you actually don't know what you're going to get. You put it in the press, it comes out, and you're like, oh, it looks so nice. Dude, you know? Yeah, man. Yeah. And just like cleaning, like, especially when it comes to like the cleaning portion of it, like when you really get all the grime and stuff off of it and the colors start to shine, and then after a steam and a press, and then you do like, I've been doing this thing where I like take a microfiber cloth that you would clean your glasses with. And you just buff the cover, and it just brings this nice little glow to it. It's really, really cool. I would be too chicken shit to do that with my books, but I don't have any. My books, you know, terrible. Power Pack #1. I'm like just rubbing the cup.
Yeah. Well, look, man. Let me tell you. Don't get twisted. I've fucked up some books in my time.
We've talked.
And I've screamed obscenities, but you know, it's part of the learning process, and it just is what is. It is what it is. You know? All right, I'm gonna set these down, and then we can get into some horror book. Or you want to go Transformers? Or you want to go horror? Our horror.
I'll talk about Transformers real quick, because I know we're near the hour mark here. So look, real quick, you guys, take a step back in time with me. Let's just go back to the year 1984, if you will. I would have been about 5 or 4 years old, right around that time. Transformers and G.I. Joes was everything. I actually lived in Europe at the time because my dad was in the army. So my grandparents would send the Transformers cartoons over, and I used to watch them. I would only get to watch them like every couple of weeks, but I poured over those videos over and over again. And you get the toys, and the toys are just so cool. I mean, it was really like Transformers, G.I. Joes, and He-Man, like in that order for sure. But you know, with Transformers, I didn't realize the movies that came out were so polarizing. The Michael Bay movies, I enjoyed them. I didn't care. There were some really stupid things about them, but I think for the most part, I was just excited that there was like something modernized about these Transformers. And then, as dumb as the Decepticons usually looked in those movies, Optimus Prime looked cool, you know. So I mean, I've always kind of kept an eye on Transformers stuff, and kind of looked at the comics. The comics have always looked cool, but I think that it's really hard to engage with Transformers in a storyline because they're not humans. And as much as you try and humanize Transformers and things like that, it's still kind of like it just feels cold and heartless. There's just no way around it. For me, I just kind of felt that way. And look, I read the entire Transformers run back in the beginning ones with Marvel and things like that, the whole run, and it was mostly terrible. But recently, there is now on the Sky. Oh my God, I'm gonna listen. Image and Skybound. Excuse me, my God. Skybound has launched something called the Energon universe, and it's going to bring in Transformers and G.I. Joe at the same time. And I'm really excited for it. One issue of Transformers is out, and you should go read it, and you should enjoy it and come back and talk to us about it, because I think I'm all in. I want to see what G.I. Joe and Transformers can do together. So there. Boom.
You talking about so you're saying you read the #1 issue?
Yeah.
And I'm just recapping because I didn't hear it. You read the #1 issue, and And it's that good that you're just like
It's not that it's like it's not rewriting the storyline. It's not telling you anything amazing. I mean, there's still a crash landing, and they're still like on Earth, and they're still going to fight for Energon. But I think there's a new vibrancy that should be brought to it. That God, I'm blanking. The writer of fucking Invincible and The Walking Dead. Please help me out.
Robert Kirkman.
Thank
Robert
you. I'm
Kirkman.
struggling. So Skybound is his imprint. It's his entire logo, his entire label, and he was able to get the rights to both of those properties, so he can do what he wants with them. So starting next month, he's going to start Cobra Commander and Duke, just 2 separate comics. And yeah. So he's going to be bringing everything together under the Energon universe, Transformers and GI Joes together. It's just really exciting. I mean, I think I just think that I think finally it won't be dumb, like
right.
So I mean, I'm like I said, I'm excited about it. The art is great, the action is good. Again, let me just show you the Ryan Otley cover again.
Yeah,
like look at what's going on here.
Yeah,
I mean, cool. There's a scene at the very end of the book that's kind of disgusting, and you didn't think a Transformer would ever do what one of the Transformers does, and you kind of go like, all right, we're gonna go in this route. Okay, that's fine. But no, Bigby, real quick to answer your question, did you watch the newest Transformers movie? No, I have not. I would.
It got decent reviews, didn't it? Like decent. Like it wasn't like the greatest thing, but it did better, I think, than maybe people were expecting.
I have a problem going to the theater, and the fact that I think whenever these movies come out, I get excited. I'm like, oh, I'm going to go to the theater and we're going to have a good time. But I never see movies in the theater anymore. Yeah. Very rarely. Last time I went to a movie in the theater was with Johnny, Across the Spider-Verse 2. That was it. That was it. So I thought that I would, but I never did. So anyway,
have you ever seen the story of Peter Cullen, the voice actor for Optimus Prime, tell the story of how he got that voice?
I feel like I've seen it one night while drinking whiskey and eating Fritos. I cannot remember, but please bring it back home for me.
Well, I don't even want to try to tell the story because the way he tells it is so like almost brought a tear to my eye. But I did overhear you saying something about like it's hard to relate to Transformers because they're machines and not humans, and I agree. But like if you listen to this story, it might help that just because, but only for Optimus Prime though. I don't know if it would help it for everybody else, but the story behind his voice in that is really, really amazing, touching.
It feels like with Transformers that like everybody gets so hyped that they want to like reboot it every time. They got to stop rebooting things, which is why we need to get to Daredevil next. Like stop rebooting things. I mean, like they keep trying to tell a different story as to why Optimus Prime is Optimus Prime. He was like he's basically a librarian at one point. His good friend Megatron was a gladiator, and then they'll just keep changing storylines and things like that. It's like the same thing with Batman. I don't need to keep hearing about how Batman fell in a fucking cave and landed and bats flew around, or how Superman hit the earth. I mean, look, we've established we know these people. Like let's get some new things happening here with Transformers, and I hope we're going that way with the cartoon, and I hope with the movies they come out with later on that we just can tell cool stories. But I think the problem with the robots is like, there's just no way around the fact that they're not like out on dates. They're not like crying about certain things. They're not like, oh my God, you've hurt my feelings. It just can't be that way. And so therefore you can't empathize with them. And so therefore the stories they're always a little bit cold. It just is. It's how it is. That's why there's humans in these stories, because you have to have something you can relate to. If you just had robots all the time, you wouldn't give a shit. So, and here's the other thing, like when you see the humans, you hate the humans. So it's never syncopation, So anyway.
Word. So Daredevil, what's your thoughts on so I don't know if you guys heard, they are we're not going to spend too much time on that. We're going to get straight into some horror books in a second, but today, big breaking news that not really for the show, but really for the state of Disney, I would say more or less is really what this news is about. So Daredevil was completely scrapped. I think they had filmed a little bit under half the episodes of, what was it going to be? It was going to be something like an 18 episode series or something like that. And I think they filmed a little bit under half of that. And apparently, Feige, I guess, oversaw it, or the head showrunners oversaw it and was like, this is not it. This is not good. Stop production, cancel it, back to the drawing board. So before I say, like, what's y'all's thoughts on that?
So while everybody's gathering their thoughts, I'll give you mine.
Mm-hmm.
When you have Marvel, there's a few characters out there that Marvel kind of hangs its hat on. I mean, obviously, or titles, excuse me. You're gonna have X-Men. They keep trying to do Fantastic Four. What you're gonna have
Mm-hmm.
the Avengers, and then Hulk. Obviously, they keep coming back to. But then there's Daredevil. They keep kind of jumping around to other things, but Daredevil has been around for forever. And now look,
Mm-hmm.
Daredevil is like an almost relatable story.
Mm-hmm.
He's not a mutant. He didn't land in a comet on Earth. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? He wasn't born from two gods. He literally was a guy who was playing in traffic and got some chemicals in his eye.
Mm-hmm.
So, as relatable as that can be, but he is always based in a place where it makes the most sense to have good stories.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't know if you ever watched the Luke Cage Netflix series. Did you watch that at all?
No.
That's fine. It kind of was a slow burn, but it felt real enough. I mean,
Yeah.
they're in Hell's Kitchen, around, I guess it's around Brooklyn. Forgive me, New Yorkers. I apologize, please. But it was a gritty time, and Daredevil takes place in all these gritty times, and he's a Catholic dude who would be a priest if he wasn't Daredevil,
Mm-hmm.
and so his stories are always like heart tearing things. Daredevil is awesome, and that Netflix first season was fucking great.
Yeah.
I never even fast forwarded past the intro when the
Mm-hmm.
blood's going down the buildings, and
Mm-hmm.
I watched every single one, and I loved it every single time. There was not anything about that series that wasn't great to me.
Yeah.
It even took forever to get him in a costume, and that was fine.
Yeah.
And so you fast forward to season 3, and it was basically the last episode was like Transformers' last cartoon episode, where they introduced like 50 new 50 new robots immediately so they can have them as toys, and then the whole
Mm-hmm.
series is over. The Daredevil season 3 took whatever 16 episodes to make, and then they just destroyed it all in one episode. Like immediately
Yeah.
everybody has to die or be killed or sent off. So I think that it was okay, the ending how it was for season 3 before Netflix lost the rights, and then we after that we saw Daredevil and She-Hulk, and he was universally panned. I guess
Mm-hmm.
I didn't care. I didn't want him to be corny. Like, he was kind of corny. Not really his speed in any of his books, to be honest with you. He's not really a corny
Right.
guy. He was
Right.
kind of corny in She-Hulk. He was in Batman No Way Home, was it, when he caught the can? Or like
Yep.
somebody. Okay. So I mean, look, that actor is Charlie Cox is the right guy, and I really think they can't miss. They have to look, if Feige destroyed everything and said back to the drawing board. Okay, because they really
Yep.
can't miss on Daredevil. They really have
Yep.
to hit it because Netflix did it so good. So what, you're going to
Yep.
give it back to Disney/Marvel and then do a terrible job? You just
Right.
can't do it.
No, you're 100% right. I wouldn't be surprised if Feige was like, "Hey, Netflix writers, come check this out. Let me pay you to do what you did the first time, just with a little bit of my oversee." And what I'm saying, like, get the right people, the people that have already succeeded in it. Get those people to do it, because it's critically appraised, it's audience appraised, it's it's right there. Just slap your fucking sticker on it and do it. But I think it's a good self-awareness. That's why I was happy to hear the news, because I'm not expecting, with all the strike and everything, I'm not expecting a bunch to come out anyway. So the fact that this was pushed back to however long, I mean, I don't care. But I'd rather that than them do what they've been doing, which is see shit and then release it anyway. So the fact that they saw that, they said this is not good enough. I'm happy that happened.
The question is, Johnny, how bad was it they're willing to lose that much money? Is it like the Batgirl thing where they just canned it? Or like the Aquaman thing where they just lost it in the server someplace? I don't know if that's true. I just read that someplace. But I mean, how bad was it?
No, it's coming out.
How bad was it that they literally were like, you know what? Nah, we're just going to erase all this. I mean, is my girl Typhoid Mary in it? That's what I really want to know. Flick of the wrist.
Typhoid Mary, I mean.
Yeah.
We had a couple Ferdbird popped in. If you're still here, what's up, buddy? Thanks for showing up. Check out his channel. Ferdbird's got some great podcasts that he does. A good bit of market stuff he does. Very knowledgeable fellow there. And we had Big B. What do you say? I'm curious how Disney will handle those Netflix street level heroes, especially the Punisher. Yeah. it's going to be a very touchy, sensitive subject because those are very, like how Kevin said, very beloved heroes and the most relatable. And you can't mess up your ground level heroes because they are the most relatable. And let's see. Let's fire Disney altogether, Plagueis said. Yeah. All right, cool. What up, Fert? All right, let's dive into this this little horror. We'll call it horror comic book talk. It's pretty much what it is. Just threw together some slides of some books that are really cool, maybe a little market report. So when it comes to the horror stuff, if we want to, let's see, we'll go back to some older stuff. Here's a couple of covers that I came across today earlier. I thought I'd throw them together. If you like the old school stuff, this shit here is badass. The art on this is cool. This is the stuff. This is just old. This is just Americana's version of horror back in the day, and it's cool to see where the world was back then. You know, so these are very, you know, obviously wholesome and kind of interesting. But the art's just cool. That Bugs Bunny one, that first one, that's pretty cool. And if you guys want to go check out prices of anything that doesn't have a price on it, we can always go check it out and go collect. Or if you guys have any of these, let me know.
Hey, Johnny, give me 2 minutes. I'll be right back, right?
Okay.
I go. Hold on.
Let's see. Looney Tunes Merry Melodies. This comic Cavalcade. That is a kind of that's the creepiest one, if you ask me, the comic Cavalcade. And then let's see. Let's go to another one here. And we've got now when it comes to, these are cool. These were in that comic shop that I went to in Austin. They had quite a bit of these, and I didn't pick them up, but I was thinking about it. These Afterlife with Archies are badass, especially if you like the old school pre-code horror stuff. And especially if you're an Archie fan too. If you're out there, the couple of people that are. So these are gorgeous. Love these covers here. And I think this one in the center here is like a magazine. The other two are more of comics, but the one in the center there is a magazine. And let me see if I can pull up on Go Collect what one of these goes for. Actually, we'll wait to Kev gets back to do that. So these are pretty cool. Very reminiscent of pre-code horror stuff for sure. And then let's go to, I'm going to wait for Kevin to show some of these. This right here is amazing. I've never seen this. So on the left here, you've got this Greg Capullo cover. This is Halloween Night Dance issue number 3. I only saw one on eBay right now. That's in high grade. That's a Greg Capullo cover. This is now my new favorite Halloween cover on the left there.
Look at that.
Dude, that is some great shit.
Capullo did that?
Capullo did that. I've never seen that cover ever. Just stumbled upon it earlier. So I threw it on the sly and I was just like, oh my God. The big Halloween book is the one on the right, obviously. So this was a recent sale. This sold a few days ago, actually, when I looked this one up. But $4.50 for a 9.8 copy. Let's see real quick. Let's see what if this is down or up, because that's what I like to do when October comes around. I want to see like, okay, are these books moving because of the time of the year that we're in? So let's see. This is Halloween number 1. All right. Damn thing is. Hang tight. Hang tight.
I don't want to say what book I've recently bid on eBay, and Johnny, don't you dare say it. But okay. I'm really excited about it. And some bastard outbid me. It's like the book is now at $1.25, Johnny. But if I get that book, I'll be so excited, and you'll be so proud of me.
I'm trying to remember which one it was.
Are you serious? Are we even friends?
Yeah.
Remember the other night I was all like, hey, Johnny, look at this book here. And I sent you a picture.
Yeah.
Huh?
Let's see.
He doesn't remember.
I don't. But I'm trying to think. I'm trying to remember.
I don't
I
want to
have
say what it
terrible
is.
memory.
I don't want people to go out. But you have a great memory. You just didn't care about what I said. How dare you? Two
That's not
lies in
true.
a row.
That is not true. What is this doing here? Go get your shit together. They got this fucking Batman. What is this?
Ooh, spooky.
Batman number 6. Is this first Court of Owls, or it's an early Court of Owl appearance? I think it was a couple issues before this. Great cover, but they've got this underneath the Halloween. That's funny. So $450, and the sale before that was $425. Best offer $400, $350. So this is up. This is actually up. Right now, this sold on October 6th.
What about the Capullo cover? Maybe I missed it. Is that already sold?
Yeah, dude. So the only one, I've never looked that one up yet. But let's see. Halloween.
See, Greg Capullo doesn't usually do artwork like that.
I know. I was shocked. I was shocked when I saw that.
I'm
Halloween
surprised
19th, here it is.
McFarlane let him out of his little cave.
So 9.8. So there's 4 9.8s on the census. One of them sold in 2021 January for $134.
That's not terrible.
No, I think that's a steal. Yeah, I think that's a steal for sure. But that's my new. It's on top of my list to get. But the census is super low on it. Yeah, actually, this would be an NGG for sure. Okay. What would you? Oh yeah, I was showing these Rev, these Afterlife Archie books. These are cool.
Those are cool. Are those old though? Or are those like new?
No, they're newer.
Oh, okay.
Yep. And they had a few of these at that Austin comic shop I was talking about, but I didn't buy any of them. All right, this let's go into the Masters. Neil Adams. If you guys don't know, if you ever see these covers, these are, when it comes to Bronze Age horror, these are kind of like, other than House of Secrets 92 and all that stuff, but these are kind of like the top of the top. So House of Mystery 174 and House of Secrets number 88. These are both great Neil Adams covers. Love these right here.
I thought that thing was giving the middle finger at first, and that actually made me like it more.
Now watch, this is going to be a foil variant of that.
Oh my God.
A Halloween foil variant of an homage where he's flipping the kid off.
Just saying, like, what if the kids are inside, he's closing the door from the outside, he's flipping them off, like, you guys are stuck here forever.
Yeah. Yeah, and that 88's really cool too. I would love to get one of those. So this is what I'm kind of trying to like look for in 9.0s and higher, or even, but like when it gets like the covers get this great, like I'll kind of like, okay, maybe I can get like an 8.0 or something like that. I actually do have the one on the right, but it's not. It's probably like a 7.
That's the Batman cover. I'm just trying to stress, like, isn't there a Batman cover that looks like that somewhat? Or?
Yes, yeah, reminiscent of it. Batman 277. 277.
Didn't Neil Adams do that cover?
Yep.
So he homaged himself in a Batman kind of thing?
No, this image right here of the stairs and the house on the hill is a very old horror image that's just kind of been done for years and years and years. Yeah.
Yeah, Big B, you're right. Big B and I.
Correct. That's definitely on my list. A Grail, that Batman 277. Okay. And we've got the other master of Bronze Age horror, Mr. Bernie Wrightson. So these are some great Bernie Wrightson covers. The one on the left, I would love to find. I have this one in the middle. I got the one on the right. I actually bought the one on the right from Dark Claw at the last Comic-Con we went to. The one in the middle, the Secrets of Haunted House here, is a pretty low print run. So this kind of book he had 2 of them, but this book is hard to run into.
I remember you getting that one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So these are all, what about like the pre-code stuff? I mean, where's there any kind of good like pre-code horror? I mean, it can be gruesome, can it? Or is this all like?
Yeah, pre-code's can be pretty gruesome. Yep. I did mostly bronze and silver for this thing. Just because there's more of it. Like anything pre-code is like, it's all sought after.
Mm-hmm.
But once you get into like the silver and the bronze, there's a little bit more of a liking to certain covers, certain artists, certain images, things like that. If anybody sees anything pre-code, it's just, I mean, of course, pick it up all day long. It's extremely rare. You have the one on the left, Dark Claw. Do you? For sale? Or for
Megadale.
Bernie's the man, dude. Bernie Wrightson's unreal. Here's a couple that are similar, and you're going to see some similarities in this too. I love the tone of these covers here. This is The Sinister of Secret Love, issue number 1 and issue number 3. And Victor Callan and George Zile are the artists on these. And these are really, really cool. Again, with the house on the hill, running away, stairwell. The one on the right, the chick looks like, what's her name? Emma Stone.
Hey, what? Hey, what's going on? Yeah, you're right.
Claw says, we'll talk. Nice. Is it in good condition, Claw? So yeah, so these are really cool. I would love to get these in like 9.0. I'm curious. Let me go to the horror smut. No, these are not horror smut.
Yeah, don't lie.
To
The Sinister House of Secret Love. Come on, dude. This is exactly what. Those aren't comic books. Those are the books I used to find.
This is Bronze Age smut. This is it right here.
I mean, what's going on inside there with Emma Stone? I want
to see what these sell for in high grade.
The Bride of the Falcon.
Let's see. Secrets.
That was like the thing when we were kids. Whenever there was like an R-rated horror movie, you immediately knew there would be smut involved in it. You know, it didn't matter what it was. You'd put it on mute and fast forward. Look for the good parts. Don't lie.
That's why. That's why I rented them.
All right. And then you actually developed a love for horror after that, you know?
Yeah, I really did. Yeah, but that's where I started. So this book has sold twice in the past ever. Can y'all see the screen? Yeah. And so this right here sold for $1,200 in a 9.8.
Holy shit.
Oh yeah. Bronze Age, high grade Bronze Age, more if the cover's right. Even if it's not like a renowned cover, just the fact that you have a horror book that came out in the 60s or the 70s or 70s, more likely, in a 9.8 is just a rarity in itself. So those are going to be typically, I wouldn't see a 9.8 Bronze Age anything horror going for under $250. I just don't see it.
Yeah, the worst part is they're going to break it out of that little plastic sleeve to look at the smut, you know?
Yeah. Let's see. Okay, and let's keep on going. What else we got? Okay.
Feel like there's a video. I need to watch you break a book out of the CGC container. I really want to see it happen.
You just bang it. You just bang against the desk.
But I have like maybe 9 books. I'm not banging any of mine, but I can live vicariously through one of your 100 books or so you have. If you need to like redo it, you know.
Well, I'm gonna do one actually. I've got a stack of books I want to resubmit, so I'll probably do a video where I bust those out.
I want to be there. I'll be drinking beer.
Yeah. Another Bernie Wrightson cover, Creep Show #1. This was
awesome.
This is the last sale. So I looked this up for a raw copy. This sold for $100. First printing. Now keep in mind, there's multiple printings, so you got to look on the inside. A first printing is pretty nice, and it says it July 1982. An awesome Bernie Wrightson cover, and I have one of these that I'm gonna send out. Hopefully it gets. I'm hoping it gets like a 7.5 or so, 8.0 maybe.
And those are all those square bound books right there.
Yeah. This is a square bound book. Yeah, this is a big old square bound book. Bigsby said, Brave and the Bold 93 is Batman on the House of that one right there is a great Batman House of Secrets. It's where he goes and visits the House of Mystery. I mean, that's really cool. Yep. But no, the one that I'm talking about is the one that we were talking about, Bigsby, is the Batman 227. You'll know this cover when you see it. I'll pull it up. Actually, I want to see what a recent sale of that is because
it's on your mind and you want to buy it.
Always.
And this Saturday, you might find it when we go to the Mandeville Comic-Con show, and I'm butchering that. So Darth Claw, can you put it what it is really in the chat, please?
It's St. Tammany, STCC, St. Tammany
Okay.
Comic Con.
St. Tammany
STCC.
Comic Con.
Yep.
They got some good food out there. I want to know. Get some good grub and a few drinks, and look at some books.
Oh yeah. What you gonna be hunting for out there? You gonna be looking for anything specific?
God, man, that's a good question. Like I said, I'm not ready for it. I'm not ready for it yet at all. Obviously, I'm looking for, just some cool covers of. I think that since I've been talking about this Transformers number 80 is something I'm looking for right now. It's impossibly hard to find, and for some reason, it's ridiculously priced, and it's a terrible book. But I really just want it because it makes me feel like I'll have the ending. I have number one, and I want to get the last one too. But
that's Transformers or Transformers GI Joe number 80.
No, Transformers number 80. And that one that you have of Transformers GI Joe number 1, where Bumblebee's getting murked on the cover. I want that one. I know you have a copy of it. I'm also always looking for NYX number 1. If I can ever find somebody who's got a reader copy, I'll buy that. There's just things.
Nice.
I'm never out there. I never know. I think when I go to the cons, I never quite know what I'm supposed to be looking for, and I get overwhelmed a lot of the times.
Sure, definitely possible. Yeah, that's why I'm happy. I'm happy that just now I'm really zoning in on horror. Like before Halloween showed up, I've always been into horror stuff, but it's just the addiction's getting stronger. So it's making it much easier for me to, when I go to a con, it's like, all right, I know what I'm looking for. Yeah. I have a good, knowledge of like key issues and stuff. So if I see something at a good price, while I'm looking for what I want, if I see something I can, use to make money and pay for what I want, then I'll pick that up. But it's nice to like hone in on what your core of your collection is. And it's okay if you don't have a core. Like it's okay if you collect anything and everything. That's cool too, for sure.
Well, I have like my key people that I collect that I like a lot. Obviously I've got like my core, which is Mr. Sinister, Magic, X-23, and Spider-Woman. I've kind of tossed some Beta Ray Bill in there as well because I really like Beta Ray Bill. There's a few DC people, but it's still kind of like I like Flash covers where Flash is crying. Have we talked about that before?
Yeah.
I really want to collect Flash covers where Flash is crying because apparently there's a good amount of them out there.
Yeah, there is. I've had quite a few of them. They went out into some bulk deal that I sold.
Crying.
So this is the cover here, Bigsby, the Batman 227. This is the classic Neil Adams cover that Kev was talking about. That it's extremely reminiscent of. Bigsby says he found at least 12 issues of Marvel Transformers in a bargain bin. I was like, yes,
I'm jealous.
That's awesome. Yeah. That's good shit. So this book sold for $189. That book presents extremely well for that. This is great. That's a great price, I think, for that.
That's the one. Cover. Yeah, that's the one. That's one. But that's the one you don't have. That's one you're after, correct?
Don't have, man. Yeah. I did buy this magazine though. I don't know if you guys have ever seen this, but this magazine here, Neil Adams Artwork Magazine, and this was the cover of it. This is really nice.
That's cool.
It's cool. Yeah.
Was I with you when you got that? I feel like I was. Or did you just get that randomly and show it to me one time? I can't remember. Where'd you get that one at?
More Fun. More Fun Comics.
Yeah, I wasn't with you then.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. Let's. So here's some great covers here. If you like, these Jason and Leatherface covers are amazing. Look at these. It's great.
Oh, tell me that's like laser etch covers, please, from the 90s.
No.
Oh, that'd be so cool.
No, these are all paper covers.
Looks like some Frank Frazetta action, actually.
Yeah. It's great. These are awesome. Just so detailed and not easy to find either. The other ones, you can find his first official appearance, the Jason Topps #1 in a poly bag all day long. You can find that so easy. I've never run into one of these ever.
Did Jason and Leatherface actually have a movie together? Is that? I feel like that's something that hasn't happened yet.
Jason and Leatherface? No. Mm-mm.
That should happen. Why not?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Hell yeah. It should.
I don't even know. I don't even know Leatherface's backstory. Like why the chainsaw, and does he wear like a tie as well or something like that? Or is he what is Leatherface like deal?
He's redneck, man. Inbred,
Yeah.
inbred redneck. That just grew up in a cannibalistic upbringing, highly mentally disturbed. Just all the bad things rolled into one. It's the chemical. It's an experiment of just bad upbringing, bad genetics, and evil. You get Leatherface.
It reminds me of I guess whoever was talking about Preacher earlier, having the entire run of Preacher. Who were we talking about? Who said that?
Oh, the guy that I bought the comics from today.
God, man. Have you guys ever read Preacher? You should read Preacher. If you haven't read Preacher, do it. And everything you just said is almost the same thing. So good. You know?
Yeah, he was like, he's like, man, I went back and read it. He's like, all the runs that I have, he's like, I went back and read them. He's like, none of them were as good as I remember as a kid. He's like, but it was still good comparingly to other stuff that he's read.
Well, that's because those things have all been done before. I was talking to somebody about The Shining yesterday. And with The Shining, so I saw it a long time ago and it scared me. But I showed my kid last year and they were like, what's the big deal? Because they've seen all those things already in other movies, you know, so it doesn't hit you the same way when the little kid's going down the hallway with a right. You don't feel the same way. You don't feel the
this is the first time people have seen that stuff, you know, like the psycho shower scene. I mean, that's the most simplest juvenile. I mean, it still scares the shit out of me. Actually, that scene actually still holds up. That scene does still hold up. But can you imagine back then? I mean, people were losing their damn minds. You know?
Well, I think that when you're in the shower by yourself in a wooden cabin, I still think that somebody might stab me. I think that would still I still feel like I would get that feeling, you know,
there's certain ones, you know, Exorcist, you know, certain things that just make you. I remember seeing that when I was a kid and thinking, just being completely terrified I was going to get possessed after that, you know, because and the scariest thing I've always said about The Exorcist, I started getting scared in the beginning of the movie when you start to learn about Regan, you know, because she is such an innocent girl and such a sweet girl that if you think about it, you're like, in my head, I was saying, if this sweet innocent girl can get possessed and taken over by the devil,
we're all fucked.
Then we're all, very terrifying.
That's fair.
These are great here. Here's some more Jason covers. The middle one, you know, and the left one, same artist. Is it a Suit? What's his name? I can't think of it. I knew it earlier.
The worst thing is that Friday the 13th in the middle, I'm so conditioned. The second I saw that, the Rorschach test in my mind went to what? The Hulk comic with Wolverine.
Well, that's exactly what this.
Okay.
Hulk 340. That's exactly what it is.
Okay. Really? Damn it.
Yeah. That's an homage to that.
Okay.
Dude, all of these are amazing. Look at the one on the left. Look at his face in the background. That's so cool.
Yeah, I don't want to die like that. God, that's scary shit. What is she like in a little pumpkin patch holding a mask and your boy's like going to whap her head off?
That's a bed of bones.
Okay. It looks like pumpkins.
And the one in the center is great. Nice homage cover. And then the one all the way on the right, that's fucking awesome too, man. That's Kane Hodder right there in that mask. You can tell by his build.
So Bigby says, okay, you guys like messed up horror. You like messed up horror?
Mm-hmm.
Have you read
Have I read Crossed? No.
I don't know what Cross is. I want to know.
Nope.
Send it to me on Instagram. I want to know what Crossed is. I'll read Crossed. But I don't know if I like messed up horror. I mean, I'm not like, what is it like what was it what's that really weird one that came out in the 90s? The Hill or something like that? The Hills Have Eyes?
Hills Have Eyes?
Like, never really seen those. I think I watched one. That I feel like that's messed up horror. Am I correct?
Sure. Anything, the most messed up horror, well, a lot of 70s is messed up horror. A lot of it. And then most of the redneck stuff is messed up horror. So Hills Have Eyes, Rob Zombie, you know, anything that he does. I mean, it's all also very relatable. You're just dealing with mentally ill people.
Is it? Know? I mean, I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
Horror, inbreeding. It's all very just relatable.
No, I mean, there's crazy.
Bro, I'm not coming to a Thanksgiving day for your house, okay? I won't be.
I never said related. Never said I would invite him over. I just talked to him on the phone.
This is so chewy.
Okay, let's continue. Oh, these are great. So great series here. Connecting covers. J. Scott Campbell.
Yeah.
Freddy versus Jason versus Ash.
Look at J. Scott Campbell drawing men. Amazing.
Yeah,
I didn't know he could.
Yeah, it's cool.
All right.
Very cool.
Very 90s.
Yeah, very 90s. I would say maybe early 2000s, but yeah, for sure.
Good call. Yeah, good call. Early 2000s, exactly. I'll give you that for sure, you know.
And then we have, of course, and then we can end with these. Two big ones. If you're a Freddy fan, these are the books. Would Deliverance be considered horror? Absolutely.
Yeah.
Just from that one scene alone. A great, I tell you what, the opposite of the Rob Zombie stuff, and we can do a podcast on this whole fucking movie, Society. It's one of my favorite horror movies ever. And it is basically the most richest, wealthiest, upper class, being the predators in this. Mm-hmm. And but way better than like The Purge. Like this is like better than that. This is crazy shit. So Society is a great movie. You haven't seen, check it out.
I haven't, and you've mentioned it before, and I feel stupid for not. No,
why? It's really. It is a deep cut. It's a pretty deep cut horror movie. It's not like, if you ask 10 people if they've seen Society, 9 of them are probably going to say no.
I'm one.
If you ask 10 horror fans if they've seen Society, probably 5 of them will say they have. If you're a Freddy fan, these are your 2 biggest books here. This is the one on the left is my favorite book in my collection right now. It's a Fright number 6. It's the first appearance of Freddy in comics. That's the cover. I have one in a 9.6. That I'm just too scared. I'm just too happy with it and scared to crack it out and repress it for the 9.8. So it looks just fine how it does. And then the one on the right is the final issue of the Nightmare on Elm Street run. Very low print run on this. Only 2 9.6s on the census. No 9.8s have ever been sold. No recent sales. So this thing is pretty ghostly as well.
That looks like an old Nintendo cover, like the box right there. If I got that, be like, oh, I'm gonna play some Nightmare on Elm Street. It's Nintendo approved. That's what it looks like to me.
Yeah, yeah, it's really for sure. It's really cool. So yeah,
and then one of these sales, huh? None.
No recent sale. And this should be coming back. I got one of these at CGC right now, so hopefully it comes back before. And Kevin's books are currently being graded that he sent out. Woo! Mine, I think I should have about 18 or 12 or 18 books. I can't remember. But they're going to be back hopefully before October ends. And then we'll do a big old horror kind of unboxing.
So if mine are being graded right now, how long do you think it'll take before they come back?
I think they will be ready to go. I think they'll leave CGC's facility by Friday. And then I think they'll show up on Monday morning.
Ooh, we might have an unboxing here.
Yeah, Monday.
Oh, and I won't wait that long. I can't wait that long.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Zimman, we did Mike. We did some Mike Myers. I'll pull them right back up for you real quick because they were amazing, and I can't wait to find this book. So you got your number 1 on the right there, 450 sold actually a couple of days ago, 9.8, which is up. It's up by almost $100. It's typically a $400, $350 book. And then the one on the left is this one that I stumbled across. It's gorgeous. It's a Greg Capullo cover. Now, many of them out there, tough as nails and high grade for sure. This is a Halloween Night Dance issue number 3, if you're curious.
That's no way to die.
What issue that is. Yeah.
Oh my God. I'm just thinking of like all the horror movies I've seen that just scary stuff like that. Like, do you remember like the Final Destination movies?
Yeah.
Like, I keep thinking of like the shower scene where that one guy died in the shower just by slipping and he couldn't he just died because he couldn't stop slipping.
Oh yeah. Didn't he get hung? Like he didn't something wrap around his neck? Yeah.
Yeah. I was like that the ones that are the most scary situations are the ones that could absolutely just happen to you in life.
Absolutely. I've always said the scariest scene for me in any horror movie that I've seen so far, and probably ever will, is the opening scene of Jaws, where that girl gets eaten, and you don't even see the shark. You don't even see a fin. I don't even think. You just see her body just dipping underwater and her panicking. You know, it's terrifying.
It just indulged in a second here. Another thing that scared me so much, not because of like it was gory or gross or anything like that, but in 28 Days Later, do you remember that movie with Cillian Murphy and okay, so there's like the Irish guy and his daughter, and they find them and they live in a really good apartment with a whole bunch of anyway, so they're fleeing at one point, and the Irish guy's walking under this bridge or building or something like that, and he looks up because he hears a noise, and one drop of blood from like the dead person falls and hits him right in the eyeball, and he like as soon as it hits him, I remember thinking to myself like, God, what? Like that's the despair is so real. Now he knows he's going to turn, not because he got bit, not because he got stabbed, not because he got attacked. A drop of blood in his eye, and he has to turn to his daughter and be like, "I'm so sorry." That kind of stuff, like just the despair. I was like, "Oh no!" All the best laid plans in life, and here you go, a drop of blood from some drooly guy's mouth.
Yeah, what a fucking bummer.
Yep.
What's what about in the chat? What's some of y'all's favorite? What's the scariest movie that you guys have seen in the chat? Throw it out there. Let's see what the consensus is on this.
I know my kid hates all dolls.
Not favorite horror movie. What's the scariest horror movie? That has like, those ones that they just change the way you live.
Yeah.
Bigby says, Rev, I sent you 2 links on IG for Crossed overview videos by my buddy.
Got it, buddy. Thanks. Thanks. I appreciate that. I will check it out. Look, I'll read, watch, whatever. I'm good to go.
Yeah. For sure. So I want to read Tinian's Dracula. That should be cool.
It's coming out pretty soon, isn't it?
Yeah. A couple weeks, I think, or a week, maybe. It's this month.
Yeah. John was the one who kind of turned me on to that for sure. He sent me something on Instagram about that. I'm interested to take a look at that. See Tinian's twist on it, Yeah, I've already got some ideas of what he's gonna do, but we'll see. You
want to make a prediction?
No, I'm not making any predictions live on air. I'll tell you in the privacy.
Yeah.
But I think so. I've never been one who's like any of that Dracula stuff ever. I've always wanted to think that I like it, but I just never have. Like when the Blade series came out, I was like, "Oh, Blade," and then I just didn't collect it. I didn't care. I don't know.
Right.
So I mean, I got a long way to go into getting into horror. I mean, I like scary things, but I would not say that I'm a horror fan. So
yeah. Friday Night's probably one of the best Dracula movies for sure.
Yeah, I wouldn't even know it.
You ever seen that?
Nope.
Oh, dude, it's good.
Let's have a watch party. Let's go.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
Some cauliflower, some beers, and some some Fright Night.
Yeah. Hell yeah. Sounds good.
Gotcha.
All right. Well, look, we're gonna wrap it up there. Hit the like button on your way out. Thank you guys for stopping in. And again, if you haven't seen it yet, this video was a lot of fun. Pretty great footage in here. This is the best comic shop I've stepped foot in. Gorgeous, and some good footage in this video here, along with an iconic filming location that we went to. So if you like that stuff, check this video out. It's on the page, just uploaded today. And real quick, Dark Claw, good reminder, St. Tammany Collectors Con this weekend, Saturday and Sunday in Mandeville, Louisiana. If you're in town, go by and look for the collection comics and more. If you say hi, that's Claw's business there. And it's a good man, and he's got good books. So buy some books.
If you guys, if anybody here can make it out there, just Instagram one of us. And like I said, I think we're going to go Saturday. Johnny, does that sound right? Saturdays we're looking at?
Yes.
Okay. Saturday. Let's meet up and have a drink. I'm always down to talk. I know Johnny's definitely down to talk about books and things like that. So, I mean, I think that's what it's for. Comic-Con is to trade, sell, buy books, and also to meet cool people and kind of hang out and share like-minded stuff. So yeah, if you guys are out there, just let us know. Like I said, we'll be kind of roaming together. I'll be roaming aimlessly, and Johnny will be looking for great deals, and I'm sure he'll find them. And I'll just I'll walk away with like a handful of nothing books, and you have like 3 great books.
Well, Claw made a great suggestion in the chat. He said, make a list, just like on your phone. Just when you think of like, oh wait, this is something I'd like to get, just make notes in your phone.
It all falls apart, Johnny. I've done that like all the 3 cons we've gone to. I'm like, this is what I'm going to do, and then I just like shiny thing, shiny thing, you know, like, and I get dragged away.
No, I mean, look, I'm not unscathed by that either. That happens to me all the time, because you see so many things that you just get sidetracked, you know, for sure.
Yeah, that Runaways #1 book. Like, I'm looking at Dark Claw stuff, and then I turn around and there's Runaways #1. I'm like, oh yeah, you know. But I mean, I was very fortunate to get the 2 Spider-Womans from Dark Claw. Again, thank you, buddy. They're amazing. But yeah, like sometimes the Comic Cons can be overwhelming, and even though I have my little list, you go there sometimes and you realize that like you completely can't get any of that stuff. It's not there, you know. But I kind of just go to hang out. Like I said, I enjoy hanging out with you. Like I said, it's just kind of fun seeing everybody and seeing what's kind of going on. It's not something you see every day when they have like the cosplay stuff, and so you kind of take it in and they just kind of just envelop in the culture of what's going on, you know. So there you go.
Absolutely. All right, hit the like button on your way out. Thank you guys again, and a couple of sales coming up soon. So just keep a lookout on our IGs are posted up there on the top of the screen there. So check out the IGs for both of us, and I'm gonna throw some books up on mine for sale very soon. So
can we, like, in like 2 weeks or so, have like a Whatnot sale? Like, just
absolutely.
I just like to feel like we should. I feel like we should.
Yeah,
our Whatnot shows are fun. What we do is we usually back end them. I usually go first. I'm the fluff act for Johnny, and usually it takes place at the Paper Cave, and we just kind of hang out and chit chat the entire time. And selling books is kind of arbitrary for me, like I said, we enjoy the company and we enjoy selling the books, and it's all great stuff. We're not trying to sell filler and direct to you. It's just your likes change over time. And you don't need to collect everything that you had before. That's kind of what it is. I have some good books that I want to get rid of just because like my tastes have changed, but it doesn't mean that yours have. So in a couple weeks we'll do some Whatnot.
Hell yeah. Sounds good. All right, guys. Thank you so much. We appreciate you guys as always. Have a good night. See you on the next page.